If you do need to have a difficult conversation, do not wait. It will never get better. Never, 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 never. Okay? Don't think that somehow your colleague will magically read your mind and intuit that he or she needs to completely change everything about their behavior. It will not happen. So if you have a problem and you don't see a positive result happening on its own, get in front of it, communicate what needs to happen, and just have that conversation. You'll thank yourself, and you'll thank your colleague will thank you, and you'll thank me afterwards as well, because that's just really important. And if you can build communication into your schedule, it'll feel natural. Some places have what they call a morning huddle. They gather together. Or if you say every Tuesday from 10 to 10:30, we're going to meet. So it's on the calendar. It's not like I'm zapping you with something I see. It's just part of how we operate. By the way, Ken Blanchard calls that previous one leave alone zap. Leave alone zap. You leave them alone, you say nothing, then boom, you hit them up with whatever your critique is. And the person's like, why didn't you tell me 3 months ago? Oh, I didn't want to offend you. Oh, thank you very much. With friends like you, who needs enemies? Okay, move on to be positive. All right, so positivity. Remember, don't take good work for granted. Don't just assume people are doing the right things, but our job is only to jump on them when they don't. Commend them for taking initiative, like we saw today, right? All the people that were nominated and those that actually received rewards. These are examples. When you finish a project, give people credit. Discuss progress, celebrate your wins. Food is always good. By the way, you know what's really, really good? And this is an old timer speaking, but even the young folk in the room might appreciate this. A handwritten note, a handwritten letter is much better than any email or anything that you could type. And when you want to give somebody a compliment, always think of the X-Y rule. I noticed X, the result was Y. To use a classroom example, I noticed that in your class, you went over to Shlomi when he was speaking to hear his question. The benefit of that was Y, whatever that might be. So when people hear not only the compliment, but the result, from your perspective, of course, the result of that compliment, they're likelier to repeat it. And by the way, you're only helping yourself. The more you're willing to compliment, typically, the more you're going to get more of the behaviors you want, because we all want to please on some level.